My name's Jeremy. I'm 22 years old. For the last 4 years, I've consistently been making five figures every single month, right? And no, I'm not a millionaire. But yes, for a 22-year-old that graduated last year, I live a very good life, right? I live in my dream apartment in Manchester. I'm able to travel the world. I went to Bali for months and months last year. I'm going to Bali in two weeks again now. I've got nice watches. I've got a nice car. I've got great people around me. I'm able to take care of my mom, my family, and live the life I truly want, right? And for context, I literally graduated last year. I want to say that I'm not different to any other 22-year-old. I like the same things as you guys. I like going out. I like girls. I like drinking. I like going for food. But I realized that something needs to change, right? And the first thing I got clear on is this concept of freedom, right? Because freedom is a very subjective term, of course. Freedom is different to different people. But my life, I didn't care about being a millionaire. I just wanted freedom. And I asked myself, what does freedom mean to me? And that's being able to go to nice places, travel, work remotely, not have to be in an office or a job when my boss is telling me what to do. Because I used to work at McDonald's, Nando's, River Island, a load of different jobs where I hated the restrictions on it. I hated having to put in, a word to see if I could go on holiday. I hated having to ask if I had this day off or have my birthday off. I wanted to just be able to live the life how I wanted to live, right? And that is what freedom meant to me. And I think it's a lot to the same people. So there's three things, right? There's location freedom, so being able to work from wherever. Time freedom, so being able to work on my own time basis. So if I want to work in the morning, if I want to work in the evening, I can do that. And also the financial freedom, to be able to travel to these countries, to be able to take care of my family, be able to live the life I want. And to be honest, that was my dream life. And for a lot of people, their dream life is having a Lamborghini or having millions in the bank or having crazy things to the name, which wasn't the case for me. I just wanted these simple things, right? Which sounds simple, but 3 years ago, I had none of these things. That you can see this picture here, where I'm looking absolutely cooked. At the end of the night in first year uni, I was a uni student. Like I said, I was working in River Island, making less than £1,000 every single month, and I was trapped to one location. I had to be in work 3 times a week. I had to be in university. I couldn't just book a week off if I wanted to because I had certain responsibilities that I had to uphold of. So these three things here, I had none of them. And I was on path to being this corporate NPC, doing accounting and finance, and not ever being able to achieve any of those things. Even if I did become successful in the corporate world, that wasn't really enough for me. So what I did is I just came to the conclusion that enough was enough, right? And no, it wasn't easy. In fact, it was the hardest thing that I ever did to wake up one day and be like, you know what, I need to make a change. But it was something that had to be done because I'd never even tried to make money online before. A lot of these gurus, these influencers will tell you they tried dropshipping, they tried trading, they tried e-com, they tried the AI business and this and this and this and this and this. So it sounds really daunting if you've never even tried those things. But to be honest, I'd never done anything before. And I'll be honest with you, I never even tried to make money online before. I thought it was all fucking bullshit, to be honest. I had zero skills at all. I had zero skills. Literally, the only skill I had was being confident. I was cocky, confident little kid that used to play football and do decent. So I was confident. But the massive disclaimer is I didn't want to be a millionaire. Like I said, like of course I wanted to be a millionaire, but I wasn't bothered about being a millionaire. Like me having a Lamborghini Urus, like yeah, it'd be great, but I'm not that bothered, right? I just wanted to live this life, and the goals were pretty simple. You can see here the goals are not fucking crazy. Be able to retire my mum, be able to actually enjoy life. And my enjoyment of life is like playing paddle on a random Tuesday, being able to travel, being able to go out nice restaurants, or just do the things I want to do and feel fulfilled with my work. And I think this is an important one. A lot of people talk about passive income. I'm pretty autistic. I can't sit there doing nothing all day. I'll get fucking bored. There's only so much doing nothing you can do. Certain people can just sit there and be super, super lazy. I'm someone where I have to be doing something. So if I had a job that made me 10 grand a month, but I didn't have to work a single hour in the month, then that would kind of piss me off because I had nothing to do. So I wanted to be able to work, 2 to 4 hours a day. Yes, not feel overloaded where I don't have any time to do the things I want to do, but also be able to spend time actually feeling fulfilled with what I'm doing, right? And again, up to this point, I had no fucking idea how to do any of these things. And I came across something called high ticket sales. Something that I'd never heard about before. I'd heard about dropshipping and trading, and I thought it was bullshit. But I realized that if I just think everyone making money online is talking shit and it's bullshit, then I'm never going to be able to make money online, which means I'm never going to be able to get these three things, right? Because these three things that I spoke about, they're pretty much the only way to get these things is from making money online. Of course, I'll run a really successful business, but obviously I was 18 years old. I did not have the skills for that. So came across high ticket sales, right? And I realized this is not running a business. There wasn't a super high barrier to entry. And to be honest, it actually made sense. And that's the thing, for a lot of these things like dropshipping, it didn't really make sense to me. Obviously, I didn't give it the time of day. I was naive enough to not really look fully into it. But like the idea of trading, reading charts and going all technical, that sounded too techy for me. Like a lot of these have massive barriers to entries, like being able to read charts or have fucking 10 grand in the bank or being able to run a business. I didn't have those things. I was 18 years old at the time. So I thought, you know what, I need something that actually makes sense, lowish barrier to entry. And high ticket sales was that for me. I'm going to describe what high ticket sales is for you. So, what is high ticket sales? It is basically what it says on the tin. High ticket sales stands for like expensive sales, like things that cost a lot of money, pretty much. High ticket is just an expensive price point. So you're a sales rep, so you're a salesperson for these online coaches and influencers, right? And for example, Iman Ghatzi is an online coach. He's an influencer pretty much, but he's got an online coaching business, right? So you can read his bio here. Don't quit your job, start an AI side hustle. 6th of September, I'm showing you how. 100% free online 5-day challenge. Link in bio. Right? And I know it says 100% free online thing here, but that's what you call a funnel. So he's going to be funneling people into something that's going to be expensive, right? Because no one does anything in life for free. And you boys all obviously know that, right? So what I'm going to help Iman do is I'm going to help him save time and make more money. Because obviously, let's say Iman, he's got his free coaching program, but he's also got an expensive coaching program where he charges people a lot of money. Let's say it's anywhere from 2 to 10 grand, right? Which is probably like a realistic price point. And Iman, you can see he's got 2.7 million followers here. Let me just rub that out. He's got 2.7 million followers. So Iman doesn't have time to communicate with all the people that are interested in his thing, because out of those 2.7 million, there'll be a lot of people that are actually interested in what he's doing. And it's almost like a BMW owner. The BMW owner doesn't physically sell his own BMW cars, does he? He's got people that are specific to the job to sell those cars for him. So if you're actually good at sales, you're a good sales rep, you can help him make more money because you're actually good at sales. So you're going to do that sales part for him to help him make money. And the more money he makes, the more money you make. Because as a salesperson, you're on commissions. So appointment setter, closer, it's like 10 to 15% commissions. And obviously if you're selling something for 10 grand, for example, you can make a lot of fucking money, like 1,500 commissions or 1,000 commissions from one sale, right? Obviously, Iman's a huge coach. He's like the top of the market in terms of like size of a coach. But think about how many people there are. Think about how many niches. Fitness coaches, trading coaches, dropshipping coaches, all these different side hustles I mentioned. There's always people selling courses, programs, mentorships, training on these online, and they're all expensive as fuck. And these people, they all need sales reps, because if you're good at sales, you're in demand, because good sales reps help people make more money. And what business doesn't want to make more money? Every single business in the world has sales reps. Charities even have sales reps. It's fucking crazy, right? So I decided that this was something that actually made sense to me. You know, I'm going to be logged into his account, me sending messages, but pretending I'm him, helping make more money, make more sales. Simple enough, right? But then I had to like put a massive disclaimer in there, and I had to be realistic, because this isn't for everyone. Like if you're looking for that passive income that I mentioned earlier, this definitely isn't for you. Because in order to make money, you actually have to do the work, because you make, most of the time you make money strictly on commissions, which obviously is, it can either be like a double-edged sword. If you're someone that loves working hard and putting the work in, you can make a lot of fucking money because you can just work as much as you can, right? Which makes you a lot of fucking money. But if you're someone that just wants passive income and you're lazy, it's not going to work for you, because if you don't work, you won't get paid, right? If you're looking to have like a sexy business model where you can tell girls you run an AI marketing consultancy agency, or you want to tell people you run a dropshipping store, or you do, no, it's not that. It's not sexy. You're actually technically, you're still working for someone, because you work for these coaches, but obviously you're self-employed. So it's kind of like, if you don't want to work for someone, you don't want to work for someone. If you want to make 100K a month as well, this isn't for you. Like the top sales reps, top sales reps make like 20K a month, like max. But an average amount to be earning from this, especially as a beginner, is anywhere from 2 to 4K a month. Obviously, the better you get, the more consistent you are, the better your skill, you can start making the 5 to 8K per month, and obviously the 10K plus. But this isn't just going to happen overnight. So the people that are looking for that get rich quick scheme 10K a month, this is also not for you, because you need to be able to build the skill and get good and go through times where you're only making £3 grand a month, right? But what it can allow you is these things that I mentioned earlier: location freedom, time freedom, financial freedom. Because location freedom, you can do it from wherever in the world. You can see here I was in Thailand, here I was in Bali, here I was in Spain. I've done it in probably like 20 different countries in the world. Time freedom. When I was in Australia, I'd work in the middle of the night. When I'm in England, I work whenever I want. You work when you want because you're self-employed. And then financial freedom. Obviously I'm making 5 figures a month, but even when I was making £5 grand a month, I had the financial freedom because I'm not restricted to anything, right? Because I'm making that money for myself. And if I want to make more money, I just work harder. I spend less time doing the fun shit, spend more time working. So it's allowed me this life. It wasn't easy. It's not necessarily fun. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but it's definitely allowed me a sense of freedom that I hadn't had up until this point, and I wouldn't have unless I stepped into this space. So, like I said, if that makes sense, if this helped you, drop it a like. Feel free to drop any comments below. And yeah, stay grinding, boys.